Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to Kopedi FM. I, your host, of course, Kopedi. I hope y'all are doing good. I hope y'all are doing fantastic because Lord knows I am excited. That's the very first episode of Kopedi FM, the podcast. I've got a very special guest with me today. I call him a best of Boomba. You know how it's Proverbs 18, I think. It says, some relationships fail, but there's a friend that sticks closer than a brother. And for me, this is that friend. Papa G. Homalim. How you doing, man?
No, it is me, the friend. Just as stated. I'm just that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How you doing, man?
I'm good, how are you?
I am great.
It's a new year. It's a new year.
2023.
Yeah, no, we are free.
That free is very important.
Yeah, no, it is.
Because if you think about it, there's so many toxic things that happen on a day-to-day. Day-to-day. And I think when it comes to the topic of today, we could talk about toxicness, right?
Yeah.
And it could be literally about how everything.
Yeah.
Think about it. Every single thing in life has a bit of toxicness in it. We could go as far as church.
Yeah.
We go as far as parents.
Sure.
Actually, parents. Let's talk about parents.
Yeah,
Batswari.
Here ka thoma ka batswadi.
Batswari.
The tissue didn't talk because those people are good, man. Because you would think that your first basis of a healthy relationship would be your own parents.
But they're usually the most toxic ones.
But shame, in reality, growing up, you realize that they actually need the healing more than us to actually create a functioning environment.
But they're going to tell you about things like apartheid,
and that was enough to sustain them being children and growing up. But I'm like thinking about now how in terms of what you might need and what I could need as a child in this instance, they could never provide it.
Like what?
Never. For example, growing up, I'm a second child of 3.
Okay.
Second child of 3.
Okay.
So, I grew up thinking...
Sorry, somebody once asked me there. I once said, I'm the third born there. I'm the last born. And they were like, are you sure?
I would like to believe I'm 2 of 3. That's where I finish. Because, that's what I like to believe.
But
So, growing up, 3 boys. We just boys.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's that thing of, you need to be good at something.
Yeah.
My brother was good at soccer. My younger brother is good at soccer. What is Khumulimo good at? Khumulimo Rawa. I'll be good at books.
Okay.
Sharp. From primary, high school till now, varsity, and eventually being a graduate.
Snap.
I was like, that is my forte.
Yeah.
But, man, I realized, regardless, high school, utana top 10.
Yeah.
You show them, hey, I'm in the top 10. No, man, it's not good enough. What was number 1? What's number 2? And the highest I could ever get was number 3.
Okay, but arguably, I could say
that's
they're trying to push you.
No.
Okay.
When I show you my results,
yes,
and the first thing you say is, no. Why opadile ke A, B, and C?
Yeah.
Why could you not do better? And I'm like, that is where parents fail, man. And as you grow up, becoming an adult, you can never be fully proud of yourself because you're always thinking, I don't think I did good enough. It's never good enough. And that's just a basis of just them in that aspect. But in terms of other things, there's so much worse. Dude.
So who do you think, talking about it, right? Who do you think is more toxic within parents? Is it the father or is it the mother? Because sometimes, personally, right?
Yes.
I feel like we let mothers get away with so much.
Yes.
We let mothers get away with so much because every time it's Mama impogoto.
Yes.
Mama is this.
Yes.
Mama's that. Woman this. Woman that.
Sure.
Right? And obviously you understand and you sympathize with them.
Yeah.
But certain things you can see, they're the ones who caused this. Certain times you understand. Growing up, I understand the position where my father or a father in general comes from. Looking at the type of work environment they work in, sometimes they want to get home and they want to have peace.
Yes.
Unfortunately, that's not the case when they do get home. But That's why I'm asking, which one tends to become more toxic?
But to that,
Yeah.
how do you, as a father, go to work, sharp wa bereka, but come home and expect peace? Also created that safe environment kuntlong ya hao. Because like you're saying, sometimes you could blame the mother. Of course, a mother will not be happy at like a trouble. It's one day.
Yeah.
But create a space where your own family would be at peace. That's what I'm saying in terms of you can blame the mother. But
how-
let's be honest. As the Bible says,
Okay.
"Monna ke tlhogo ya lapa."
Yeah.
If lapa la hao halina peace, you are at fault. Chief.
Okay, no, wait. Now
You
there
are
I
at
can
fault.
there I can disagree because I say this, ne? I notice the moment a man is not strict
Yes.
or very stiff, I get quote unquote stiff
Yes.
with his word, the whole household undermines it.
But there's a difference between strict and being at peace. There are some men who could be strict but peaceful. There are some kids who can say, no, go high, Shemi, I'm very strict, but I love my father.
How?
Oh, it happens.
How?
Then there's a balance because you find in some cases,
Because I feel
you
like
get-
peace is something that is created by the woman.
no,
Don't you think?
no.
I mean, then what is the woman there for?
Ke molala. Of course, if your mind has no peace, molala, like shame, we can even go there.
No, but
Gore
like
tlhogo,
yeah,
molala.
no, but like the woman is to create peace. I'm the one who provides. I'm the one who is here
But
to.
women also work. They also provide. It's a joint thing.
But let's be honest. Let's be honest. It's only in today's time.
Yes.
Only in today's time where we can say women are at a level
Yes.
where they are starting to compete with men. But women are not remotely close to men. Like they are not remotely close. I mean, if I had to ask you right now, what are the two things that women have invented,
There's
created? They give life. Very
There-
important.
there's a lot.
Most important of all.
there's a lot.
Like what?
You know, like there's a lot.
The cars we drive.
There's a lot.
The
and
houses that we
why
stay in.
We can't delve into bruh, there are many instances of just like tlhoya lapa yona. If you're not high look, shame, there'll never be any peace. Think about it. If like shame, and like you're saying, if you even go back to the context,
Yeah.
or even in the Bible, Mulaola kamoga, to name the animals and everything was given to man. That guy.
Okay.
That guy.
Yeah.
Not Eve.
But everything changed once what happened.
Are hard. I'm
Okay.
not saying.
Just
I'm not
saying.
saying they are not
Just saying.
responsible. I'm saying we're mara. Why lang?
You see, that's
Why
what I'm talking
not?
about. Of saying, I feel like even in like a family environment,
Sure.
it's like when there's a boy, there's a girl.
Yes.
I get. The girl wants to get away with a lot compared to her brothers.
Sure.
I get. But she doesn't want to do half the work that her brothers are doing,
But-
or she's not going to be doing half the work that her brothers are doing.
Marabola, you can't expect them to do the same things.
It's not about doing the same things. It's about the value of work. Oh yes, that's also another thing.
O ka se re ngwana a tlhatswa koloi, wa re moshimane a tlhatswe dibiana, and you do other things, whereas respectively so, ngwana as like I guess there is certain jobs that a guy can do per se.
Like
and that's
what?
just the truth.
Like what?
Nka se re ngwana ka re like tsa motho ba ditina and expected to do it quality like pila so because a o tlo lapa.
But le rena banna ra lapa, so
Eh,
can't say.
go lapa wa hao o ka se tshwanela nganyana and
Okay.
vice versa.
Okay.
But yes.
So that's now you're getting to my point of saying, ntwe ke nyako e bolelang is that we let our females get away
Yes.
with so much. I get it.
Yes.
And not to say it's to say with that they also become toxic
Yes.
because they also feel like they can get away with so much. The same way us men are very toxic
Yes.
because we think we can get away with so much.
Yes.
Because e.g., I'm the one who buys everything in the house. I'll tell kids where to go to school because I'm the one who does what? I pay for school fees.
Yes, yes.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm the one who will decide what time we sleep in this house because what? I pay for electricity. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Sure.
Every single thing I feel like I can get away, and that creates a toxic environment.
It does, Jim. It really does.
That creates a toxic environment. The same way now we realize that a mother in a household where there's a mother and a father. I can't talk about where there's a mother alone.
Yes.
But where there's a mother and a father, you realize the woman understands she has so much power. Because the men are not there and they are always out and working, the men take whatever the woman is saying.
Okay.
And that is what I mean when I'm saying, like, they create this environment of toxicity as well. And then whenever something wrong happens in the household, I've never seen my mother take accountability for something wrong she's done. But instead, she will always say, look what your father did.
But to be fair, give me a sorry. Give me a
See. So these same people
But
are the angels
but what I realize is that they compensate with actual changed behavior. Because like you're saying, I'm sorry. Like for me, when I've had a conversation with my own mother, you wronged me with this. I remember there was a time a few years ago where like communication was not good and it was bad. So I took the onus one day, man, this and this and this and this and this. Express or the way you guys speak to me is not necessarily good. What is said to me is not good. I remember, there was a time where I was actually angry at my parents.
Yeah.
But particularly, I decided to hold my own mother accountable for her part.
Would you ever hold your father accountable in the same way?
Yes, if I can do mail. See what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. For me, my thing was when I spoke to my mother, and I was like, "Hey, this is my issue."
Yeah.
She collectively decided to be like, "Okay, I will hear what you're saying," and not only will I, did she say sorry? Probably not.
Yeah.
But what she did after was changed behavior.
Okay.
Fathers will say, "I'm sorry." They will tell you, "No, I'm sorry. You know we love you. It's just that I want this and this and this and this."
Yes.
With zero change behavior, with the same mistake repeating itself year in and year out.
But as a father, do we also expect fathers to be soft as mothers?
No. Changed behavior, not be soft.
Okay.
Changed behavior.
Let me say the same way you're speaking.
Yes.
What changed behavior would you expect your father to give?
I would expect, if my issue with you is, let's have a way to communicate about certain issues.
Okay.
Let's hear each other out.
Okay.
It cannot be a thing whereas whenever I try to communicate, no, harele kan in this relationship.
Do you want to, I was about to ask, do you want to talk to your father man to man? Would you ever want to talk to your father man to man?
You can call it man to man or having a basic understanding, a conversation, guys.
Okay.
These men go to work and have conversations with people superior to them and their workers, civilly so.
Because I got to pay the bills.
So in your own house, you don't want to have a conversation with your own kids.
Okay, fair.
A conversation.
Fair.
Fair.
Okay.
And then they get upset or nobody talks to them. You know, and I'm sure you probably heard that before. No. They're not interested in sitting with us. Hey.
You are very disrespectful.
Saying. But a conversation, like to show each other. I think there can never be a point where I can say, Mutswadi o phala ngwana or ngwana o phala mutswadi. I don't think that is the intention of having parents.
Because we work hand in hand.
Hey.
And at the end of the day, I am that parent's legacy.
Hey.
Before your money, before your what,
exactly.
I am that legacy. Otherwise, all of that thing is going to waste.
It becomes sad when it turns toxic. Because, maybe mad. I can tell you of many instances of toxic behavior in many families. And it doesn't matter. President, teacher, the toxicity that you would hear from these many examples would be the same thing.
Do you think money affects the way we view a toxic person?
Well, you say is it better or worse?
Yeah, because think about it. When a person with money comes in,
yes,
and they are very toxic, they talk to you the way they want to. Let's say the father is the breadwinner, the 1, 2, 3. Yes. We let him get away with much because we understand. If I talk back to my dad, I'm not getting those new Nikes.
Breadwinner.
Oh.
Breadwinner o ka se mmotse a patela school fees a patela di-fees a go rekela diaparo.
Breadwinner ke alles.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm at a point where I don't need anybody's money. I'm a graduate.
Sure.
So you understand? But for me, I'm at a point where if we can't talk, then we won't talk, Chief. We won't.
That's it.
We won't talk, Chief. We really won't.
Yeah.
Because looking at even local school, you find many kids broken. Or what ish go high. You find mothers against their own children for no reason.
Yeah.
You find parents not being able to congratulate or even compliment one another.
Yeah.
Like, for no reason whatsoever. It's always a competition.
What's now that I think about it, I've never heard I am proud of you alone. Every time I've heard I'm proud of you, it's in front of people, but it would be about their image. So it would even feel like this is about them.
Yes, not necessarily about you.
Not necessarily about me. And this would be my accomplishment.
Yes.
Actually, now that I think about it.
Shem, the best I got, you are a star. And that was in high school, primary. You are a star. How got you a star, mama? Fedite.
Yeah.
Fedite.
That's
Papa, it. Shame, just silence.
Take that and run with it.
Just know, by bony.
So now, when it's all like that, do you think those kind of things affect our relationships?
They do.
How we...
Oh, shame. Oh, shame. You overcompensate in your relationship because when you're a baby, wow, you do so much for me. Oh, my God.
And those people are usually taken as a Popeye.
Hey, and you know what's sad?
And I experienced that last year.
What's sad is that you could be doing all of that, trying to overcompensate and ease your pain because you're like, go high. You know, let me at least find somebody outside who doesn't know me. But I'll overcompensate.
So you're doing things you would have loved from your parents.
To the next person. Realize that the hard way.
Jiggy, you are needy.
Jiggy, no, you are too much. You are
too much.
You are that.
Or because you've always gotten so much, now you're like, I don't give so much. Now it becomes your half a sale or that.
That's true. Think about it. The things that you have done, you've probably done them because they were never done to you and for you.
What is the most toxic thing you believe you've done? Then after that, the most toxic thing that has been done to you.
For me, shame. I am not an angel. I'm a shame.
No one's an angel.
I think the worst I've done. I think for me, understand. Okay, like you're saying, we overcompensate and like Rezamo Lukisa in the relationship, and you realize those issues in your relationship. It took 5 years of a relationship to show me no chief. On Almatata when you have issues. The worst thing I've done is probably shame. Because I used to get very angry. So this one time, I think it was somewhere Boxback side. What's that mall? That side, man.
Yeah.
That mall. So I took a taxi from Bram to there. I kitsi Bram kitswa le palale kitsi bang and it was like probably 2017 there. I had no clue of anything that side. Took a taxi from Bram to there, and then I direct Arno. Otlo wana libit Southgate. Yes, something. Otlo Eastgate, Southgate there. Otlo wana libito on the side of the mall. So now I'm in the taxi. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna like I'm like Ramolong, okay, sharp. I'm in the text. So only to realize I knew, like I found out after no man. Libito la molo. Like it's not that one. It's another name on that side. So now I'm like, I can only Libito. So I'm like, this is probably the wrong mall. So now I feta. Ke fell to First Loras somewhere deep First Loras. So na go to get a driver ke batla Eastgate Mall slowly lapho mfethu kanti awuyazi indawo like awuyazi ukuthi uyapi. I'm like yona mawe. So now I'm calling this motho wantsheya hore kitimetse and I'm panicking because I'm like kitimetse ba ka mtshwara po like I'm panicking now. And this panic ke bone ka sa mathomo ko high. Mama wa panika. Mama wa panika ha driver ya main lane. She panics, really panics. So So I realized that day, or no man, that is me panicking.
Mm.
Okay, sharp. Eventually got to the rank there, and I was like, "Hey, where do I get one?" Found one. Got to the mall. Got to the mall. She came, and Gamona. But you know that thing, who got it and then every morning, and then you get like, but and then you remember, no, I could switch it off and remember ke kwatile.
Yeah.
Kamomanya, right there, like omolo, ke momantse shame, ke momantse goed. But
Yeah.
to find out what I am, man, and I thought like hakerasi. No, I found out no. That was actually bad. And even years later, she's like, what you did that day is not nice. So I'd say that's the toxic behavior. Why toxic? Because the way you talk to somebody, that's really a game changer in your relationship.
But isn't that discipline though?
It's not discipline. Discipline, I don't like this, no. Nakomans. And now, everyone, my brothers, everybody. So, and from there, I think, to me, what was done to me? Yo, I don't know, man. A lot happened.
Okay, give me top 2. The one that you could think about right now.
Yo, I think the most toxic thing that was done to me would be a person either revenge by saying they were with someone else trying to spite me. You know what I did? I moved from an entire province to the next province to be with that person.
What are these provinces? Just rough example.
Okay, Heke Thomas School in it. It's in the NMU. Go PE. Where there was a beach where it was very serene. As stressful as it was, it was very serene. Kazwako, Kaya Bloemfontein. Because Module no and I know, man, they need only for the relationship to be a shit show from that point forward. That was foul, shame. It was very foul, and I'll never forgive that. I'm sorry. I will never. You know yourself. I will never forgive.
You know yourself.
Why please? I don't know which
Hectic.
So
Papa
yeah.
from PE
From PE
to Bloom.
Katomisa first year.
You even started.
All over again. Remember when I said that was a chaotic thing? Very chaotic. But I did it because why? And if I can movie Bantlala.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That's
Shucks.
That's what happened. That is really what happened. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really what happened.
So then how was the relationship going into it? Because now I'm thinking. I'm like, like, your mom showed changed behavior.
Yes.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes.
The Thai man, not as much. But I mean, I've never seen a man who changes behavior unless it's about money. So, looking at that, going into relationship as well, and then my fellow, you moving all the way from PE
Yes.
to Bloemfontein because no chabarbo thala.
Yes.
That is bull.
Yeah.
That is bull. I
That's
just needed to say
shame.
that. But as well, how would you say that my fellow just so you affect Libya?
It has made me realize that I will never, ever, till the day I die, make any huge sacrifice because I'm like, what's one? I'm gonna be taken for a puss.
Yeah.
Because I like one.
Yeah.
With the repercussions of having to pick it up again and make sure I go to the end alone again. I don't think I can ever give of myself that much ever again.
So then, don't you think you're gonna become the toxic one in a relationship going
Forward?
forward?
It's my boundary. It's my boundary.
But isn't that toxic?
How? Having a boundary.
For you not to have an open mind.
For me not to sacrifice as much as I did, that's me realizing my limits. There's no toxicness. And I will stand by it. I stand by it. I'm not ever giving as much as I did in those years ever again.
Hectic. So, but then now, do you think you're ever gonna find love again?
Yo. Probably.
That's if you were in love. Were you in love?
Yes.
Because sometimes
shame.
we're not drunk agidilo. So Romeo
Shame,
Juliet.
I don't think I would have moved if Nick Samurai. I think that also fueled that
Okay.
stupid decision.
That
Because I agree, you move in hopes of love. There are things
True.
we do for love. Was that?
True.
That's what I did. Shame, I loved Manaba, but
that's something we don't talk about. I think Romeo and Juliet is very toxic.
yes. it
I'm
is.
like, now that I realize, it's that
It
moving.
is.
You remember that part where they were like,
And they
Rachab.
died.
Yeah, then they died. I'm like, if they got to live, they would have moved back to their families in
Yes.
3 years.
Yes.
Because that type of
But
toxic.
but Jola together.
Yeah.
Shame, no me fella. I think they would have realized that I sacrificed it. But then one thing I've realized, it's not just relationships. Even friendships can be so toxic.
True.
Friendships.
True.
And what's sad is that they are the most painfulest of pains.
Yeah.
Who fit that relationship?
Yeah.
Who fit a relationship?
I know. I can say that about high school. High school 20 teaching morale was friends. Like, every time I tried to do something, I was trying to please my friends. Every time. I don't know what I didn't do in order to try to please my friends. I remember dating girls, not because I liked them. Like, I had no interest in this girl whatsoever.
Like who?
Because
Because niggas in high school,
I'm like,
so who?
hey,
Bamidama.
2 or 3. But,
Oh,
yeah. I
I
know.
agreed, man. Because I think that narrows down. That really narrows it down.
I'll stick it to 8.
Oh, you're
Yes.
on my way.
I'll stick it to 8. Let me end at 8 because I'm like, yeah, no.
Oh.
I'm not going to tell my life story now. But I can say this. French, like, when we got into Friends, I remember even trying out new things from Mabiala. I remember it was to say, I want to try this to do Friends. I started hosting parties because I remember in primary, I hardly had friends. I never got invited. I was that child who, like, primary. I remember these other twins, ne? They had this other birthday party. My boy, I was so touched. Till this day, I'm still holding a grudge. But, like, I remember they invited almost everyone in the school. They didn't invite me. And I was like, can I come? I even went to them and asked, can I come? And they were like, no, we don't have enough space for you.
Oh, but no.
And then I didn't understand. And then later I started realizing, I think they had Kwal with family. It was a family thing. But because family-wise,
Yes.
I never involved, or we would never, like, parent-wise,
Yes.
they would never involve themselves,
Yeah,
or involve the kids, sorry. They would never involve the kids, Kamotilo. So I was like, how? These kids really don't want to invite me. It was either that or they just really didn't like me. And I always wondered why. Because I thought I was a very nice human being. I thought. So then, in high school, I was like, this is all going to change. I need to be that guy. Started hosting parties. I don't think there's a year. I think the only year I didn't have a party was grade 12. And that was like a dinner.
At a grade 10, you know?
Grade 10, I had a party.
11.
I had a... Oh, no. 11, I didn't have a party. 11 is the one I didn't have a party.
Yes.
Yes. I was like... But that was also because I had a girlfriend at that time.
Oh,
and I was like, I don't need these niggas.
So, you said a girlfriend. So, how long have you been in a relationship?
Longest.
Yes.
8 years.
And has it been 8 healthy long years?
No. Hell no. I think the last... There's healthy parts, then there's very toxic parts.
I'm saying yes. How
No,
long has
no,
it
no.
been healthy?
I don't know. I can't say.
Oh, but no.
I can't say. A majority, I'd like to believe.
Yeah.
But when you look at it in the long run, you start understanding that certain things that you guys did for yourselves were really not as healthy as they looked out or seemed out to be in the long run. So now that I think about it, it's like, it's very hard to say. Because then, how do I say, when I was chilling with my girlfriend in grade 12, that it was toxic? Looking at it now, when I'm working, like, so you get what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's like,
Yeah.
So certain things like toxicity is also very relative. I realize it's not
What?
very straightforward.
Shame because bad is bad.
No.
Shame, bad is bad.
Sometimes you take it as a bad thing, but I meant it as a good intention.
Okay, I get that.
The same way when a child batrapa ngwana, wa kushore bjang. And yeah, no. And then some things you realize you are trying to do all in the name of trying to become something. So you look at how even family treats you.
Yes.
I get it, going out of friendships, but like how family in general treats you. A person who has money and a
Yes.
person who doesn't have money.
Sure.
You see how when the person doesn't have money, how they treat him. And then the moment he stumbles into some money, you'll hear praises about this guy like he was King David.
I mean, money does that.
But like there was this thing
Yes.
I saw on WhatsApp. I saw on a status. Yes, mood. He was like, okay, hi admin. He got it from somewhere as well.
Yes.
Yeah. He was like, hi admin, please post for me. I have a brother who's working for government, but doesn't want to build our home or a room for himself. He's staying in a caravan. Every time when we talk to him, simply to tow his caravan and park it somewhere in the village. Or every time when we talk to him, he'll simply tow his caravan and park it somewhere in the village and stay there for a while. Last week, we had an argument with him and he towed his caravan and parked it in a tavern and stayed there. Even now, he's still there. I would like, is this normal? Oh, I would like to know, is this normal? And how can we shed some light? Kuye. Oh, my guy saw it.
So Hannah tell them to.
Oh, no. Now he has money. Like,
he
has money.
Oh.
So the whole point of him staying in a caravan.
In a caravan.
I get it. It's like one of those ishkahayo toxic.
Oh, okay.
I'd like to believe.
Okay, shame.
But wait for his reply. This is his reply. Hi, admin. I saw a post. I think I was written. I think I was written by one of my siblings. I'm the guy who's living in a caravan, right? When I was unemployed, I wasn't taken serious in anything at home. My sisters couldn't even buy me roll on and Dawn, not to mention 5 rand data for job hunting. My parents valued my siblings more than me. They planned things behind my back without being told. Yo, this is me. Sometimes I find, like, I once found out that my father was in hospital. I was talking to my brother and he was like, where you going? I'm asking him, so where you off to? And then he's like, I'm going to the hospital. I'm like, for why? For a why? Mogayar, no, I'm going to see time. I didn't know Jack. And then I carried on acting like I didn't know. No, that's also how I started realizing how's Nasilo. When you don't have necks.
Yeah.
But anyway. So my parents valued my siblings. They planned things behind my back without me being told. I was given a shack to sleep in. That was a 2-room shack. The other room was for chickens to sleep in the other room that was given to me. Chickens. Your roommate.
Oh. Okay.
I never went to their house because it was full. All couches occupied by my siblings and kids. Okay.
Yeah,
I can say a lot of things. When it comes to the food, I was the last person to be served. Sometimes they would dish up for me only pap and soup. Inyama itwi. Dololo. I remember one day, it was Friday, coming home from an interview. I saw a tent at home and a lot of men in a kraal. When I asked what is happening and why I wasn't told, I was told I'm not working and I've got nothing to contribute. So they didn't see the reason to tell me. Later that day, I received a call to come on work on Monday. Now they claim to love me and I'm working. They also post on Facebook and WhatsApp because I am working. I'm talking about my family. Have a nice day.
Now I get the point of caravan.
Do you get what I'm saying?
I get it.
Now caravan doesn't seem like such an exaggeration.
I wish I had a caravan.
I feel like caravans are going to start now getting into business.
Yes. No.
Whoever this guy is should get an endorsement from caravans. Because people are... But do you see the toxic?
Shame I
And they
get
act
it.
like
It's all-
me.
yo,
Me. I saw even how toxic they were to my brother as well.
Mm.
Now he's working. Now he'll do certain things. And now it's like, I'm the one who supported this guy through everything. I'm like, this guy tried to run away.
I don't know. But what do you buy like it's weird how shame, like you're saying with family, they can say the most toxic and hurtful things ever. And then be like, I never said that. I've always been in your corner, man. When now that was never the case.
And nowadays, I just first capture them through the conversation they were going through. And then say, you remember this? They're like, yeah. And I'm like,
shame, I remember there was a point.
Paragamulat.
There was a point I was at last year. I was like, you know what? I need to start recording conversations I have with people.
You know what? If you feel like the need to do that, then it's not worth being in that relationship anymore. Nowadays, we're not cut off. 2023, man.
Yeah.
2023. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
We really need this freedom. But the thing is, I feel like sometimes the matter of just space from toxicity is very important.
So what would you say is the best way to heal? To wrap everything up, what would you say is the best way to heal? But certain people you just can't leave. You can't leave a mom, you can't leave a dad.
You can.
Okay.
My therapist today advised me. I don't know what. There will come a point where you will probably need to leave that house and never return.
So would you advise people to go to therapy?
I would. I really would. I wish I'd started therapy earlier.
I feel like I'm an unlicensed therapist.
But shame is really important.
Yeah.
Like therapy highlights everything and puts it into perspective. I feel like as much as I can talk to you about my issues and vice versa, but at therapy, it's a whole new playing field.
Ladies and gentlemen, y'all should go to therapy. Go to therapy.
This year,
2023.
Our ring therapy.
Because I mean, there's a lot of toxic nonsense. And you're not trying to raise your kids the same way your parents raised you. And sometimes they are also troubled by the things they are troubled to be the devil's advocate.
It's not an excuse.
It's not an excuse, but sometimes we need to also understand.
Yeah.
And with that, I mean, we do say, guys, topic today was about toxicness and trying to heal from it, I guess. So we don't know what next week once is gonna be. We don't know what the week is going to be because we talk about everything from money to business to relationships. More toxicity. I'm playing. Caravans should be the next thing, though.
Yes, no. How to build your own caravan.
How to build your own caravan.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, I encourage everybody to have a caravan.
Yes.
Because after that, they might start posting you on WhatsApp.
Yes.
Well, build yourself a house. Why get a caravan in the first place?
A caravan is convenient. How about dinner?
You move.
You just go.
But why don't go to your house?
I'm saying, shame, you can't all afford houses, but a caravan, I think, is affordable.
Fair. And why own?
Yeah.
Ownership is something we also need to talk about.
Yes.
Ownership in every single thing you do, every single thing. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is Kopedi FM. I, your host, of course, Kopedi. And
no, it is
me. We out, baby. Until next time.